can go into the news and every crumbs of your...
Thanks for staying with us. Subnational governments have been advised to broaden their revenue sources and reposition for the global energy transition from fossil fuel. This formed part of discussions at a stakeholders' engagement on fiscal resilience and energy transition with ministries, departments and agencies in Akwa Ibom State. TVC News' Miriam Daniels reports.
Energy transition is the shift from fossil fuel to renewable energy. Scientific research shows that since the Industrial Revolution, there has been a huge carbon emission into the atmosphere, and that the main gas, carbon dioxide, emanates largely from the energy sector. The convener to the Bolton Akpan speaks on the importance of a just energy transition and how state governments can prepare for the fossil fuel transition.
The states and local government areas are where more than 50% of the federally distributable oil and gas resources are spent, and as such those levels of government need to actually clean up their act, as it were, in terms of getting prepared for the energy transition. And you know that for every naira or dollar spent at the subnational level, whether the state or local government level, the impact on the citizens is higher than what's spent at the center.
A research analyst from Budget Iniobong Usen, while acknowledging the diverse investments by the Akwa Ibom State government, noted the need for a strategic diversification of its revenue sources away from oil.
I mean, the purpose why we're here today is to sort of understand what the fiscal capacity of the states is vis-a-vis the conversations around energy transition. How are subnationals, especially resource-dependent subnationals like Akwa Ibom and the other states in the Niger Delta, prepared for the energy transition?
It's important for Akwa Ibom State, as an oil-producing state, to design a plan that enables it to build sustainable fiscal resilience so that when the oil revenues dry out, the state is still able to thrive.
Some participants pledged their commitment to the actualization of a just energy transition in the state.
On the floor of the House, anything that has to do with energy transition, we can raise it either as a motion, or if it needs to be domesticated in the state, we can do it. So kudos to the organizers, Policy Alliance and other organizations that have come together to put this together.
The United Nations say this solution can provide benefits not only for the climate but also for the economy and for a society. Miriam Daniels, TVC News, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
To a bit of entertainment now, singer Andra Maus has emerged winner at the maiden edition of the Plug the Ox Talent Hunt competition. TVC News senior reporter Theophilus Elama has the story.
With Nigeria having one of the fastest growing music industry, various emerging talents in the country are seeking platforms to explore and become more visible. One of such platforms is Plug the Ox, bringing together musical talents and selecting the best of them. 5 musical talents were chosen from over 100 applicants after their songs were scrutinized.
Working in radio for a long time, I've had to encounter a couple of artists, upcoming artists who would send messages to the radio stations and Instagram and just social media basically, and also to me personally, asking for an opportunity to be on radio, get their songs played, and I know that all over, somehow, I wouldn't want to put that out, but a lot of people don't have the money, because music basically right now is about money. You have to have that financial muscle. So I just thought, why don't we do something, to bring all of these guys that don't have the resources, to be heard.
It's great in a way that if people are doing this with their platforms, those that have platforms and have the power to push artists, indie artists or upcoming guys in their own little way, it will really push people to come out more and get that exposure that they really need to achieve their dreams.
Nigeria is filled up with a bunch of talents, and they're looking for how to break through. And in the process of looking for how to break through, some of them engage themselves in things they are not meant to do, you know, out of frustration, out of the hunger of being heard across the world. So I want to say kudos to the organizers of this. With this is going to give birth to new talents.
Each applicant took turns to perform songs from other artists as well as self-composed songs. After a rigorous process, Andre Moss emerged winner of the first edition of Plug the Ox, which automatically moves him to the final stage.
Thank God, because he's the one that's always given me the confidence to be able to live my dream like this and be heard. So I thank God and I appreciate it. I appreciate Plug the Ox, I appreciate Max FM.
Grand prize with 4 others in December.